What's up, guys? It's MrDeathtanker again. We're here on Lakeville, and I am in my Jagdtiger, and we have Dice with us, and he's in his M103, his comfort tank. And as you can see from the chat, his voice comms is not working again because, you know, World of Tanks, their voice system is not the greatest in the world. Anyway, we're here, and we're in a Tier 10 matchup, and our Tier 9 vehicles. It's not too bothersome to fight Tier 10s with 9s, but it is a difference. Anyway, my strategy right now is go mid. I'm kind of waffling on this because I kind of want to go to Valley to help support it, but in the end, Valley is not important really because it's so separated from the rest of the map, and Cap is so open that like you could send all of your tanks mid and town, and any of the enemy tanks that go to Cap, they're so in the open and they're so exposed. Like, there's no real reason to send tanks over there. And then if you do send tanks over there, they should be like the least important tanks. But that's, you know, we'll worry about that later. Right now we have to go mid because what tank destroyers do and I like to do. Sometimes it doesn't work out too well if you don't have spotters for like those early shots. But I do have a significant mid force to help me spot things, and I'm just a big crap here, and I didn't get that shot at him. And hey, we have our first death of our team, and it's our little E50 friend down there at the bottom. He decided to slip off the edge trying to get a shot with that Kaza player and drowned. Good play. That's what we needed right there. We needed one of ours to drown, but he wasn't that good of a player, so I mean, he would have been nice to have around, but it was real no big loss, because come on dude, drowning at the bottom within like the first 2 minutes of a game. Now, I used to really like playing mid, but after so many patches that emphasize brawling, the mid has become really hard to play for tank destroyers. Like, you can still do it, but the firing lanes you used to have, the really open firing lanes you used to have at that church in the middle, they've been closed off to a large degree, and you really just have to dominate mid to be able to really use it effectively, which I'm like just now learning right now. I'm like, I don't have shots at anything. And most players on the enemy team seem to realize this, and they're not going for the really obvious spaces. Dice is going hardcore, advancing with the M103. He really just wants to push the rest of our tier 10s into doing something instead of just sitting around. And we've just lost Valley, as you can see there, and I'm just starting to realize this right about now. And well, from what we've seen already, thanks to our mod, is an IS-8, a Jagdpanzer 100, and an E100. Very big, nasty tanks. And I'm trying to get a shot at an E4 over here, but I zoom in way too late. A little bit of server lag there. Anyway, I basically realized I'm not doing anything here. I haven't done any damage. It's already like 3 or 4 minutes into the game, so I just need to turn around and face off these tier 10s and 9s that are going for our base. And once again, this is the reason why Valley is not too important, because mid-team can easily turn around and now focus on our base. Like it's child's play. You just need to turn around and drive a couple feet and there you are. Anyway, I'm playing really conservative because these are tier vehicles and my armor is not the greatest except for my mantlet. And the last thing I need is like to get 1,000 health shaved off immediately. IS-8's coming up, and this is a really bad shot of me. I bounced off the side of his armor. Really, really bad shot for me. But I am spotted now by the IS-8. I really should be pushing forward because there was an E4 in mid, and he's just about to nail me in the back. Or at least I thought he was about to. Yep, there it is. Yeah, don't hang around if you're spotted in your Jagdtiger. You're a really, really big target. Anyway, it turns out their E100 and their Jagdpanzer E100s are all there. That's a really weird play by them. These are really big, slow machines, and it took this entire time for them to make it here. And Uber Dice just died to Artie. I tried to get the last shot on the Jagdtiger 100, but 50B beats me to it, sniping all the way in the back there. A lot of our town team is turned back now that we've won town and just sniping at these guys. And it's really a foolish play by these super heavy Germans to allow themselves to get in a situation like this. Anyway, I'm just fishing for shots now on the E100. I really don't want to get heat in the face because it can penetrate me. But, you know, I'm just taking my time here, looking to get a shot on that little strip on the top, but I just hit his optics. Object 704 has appeared behind us. I can't worry about that right now. I've got something bigger in front of me, and hopefully they can just snipe him from range. Aiming at the strip again. Aim. Make it. Jagdtiger. Make all the hits. Yeah, Uber's like almost convinced I'm gonna get heat in the face, and he tries to, but he misses because of the amazing accuracy on the 150mm. And then I finish up through his lower plate. This really has to be said here. The tier 10 German tanks are such a departure from everything that's about German tanks. It's really amazing that they're in the game. And I tracked the Jagdtiger 100 back off, but he doesn't fix his tracks, and I can only assume that he must have broke them earlier in the game or something, because he's not doing anything about it, and now he's just tracked, and his you know, side-to-side gun motion is really poor, so he can't do anything about it. And I went from 0 damage a couple minutes ago to over 2k now, that quickly, because I just abused these tier 10 tanks, because, well, I mean, E100's fine. I mean, the lower plate is a major weak spot, but its accuracy is pretty bad, and the Jagdpanzer E100 on that terrain is just such a sluggish machine, and I really don't like it at all. Just abused it with the Jagdtiger. Anyway, we got our AMX 1390 friend over here in mid trying to spot, and uh-oh, there's the Death Star. And I don't see why he just wasted his round to kill a 1 health 1390. So I'm gonna take advantage of this. I've got time for 2 shots. The DPM of the Jagdtiger is pretty incredible. So I'm just gonna get what I can out of it and get 2 shots into him before I back off, because last thing I need is a big old Hess shell into the top of my tank, because it'll do damage anyway, no matter how much armor I have. But then he gets sniped by the 50B. 50B is on 6 kills. He really was a game changer in this. And Uber with his terrible jokes. Death Star, more like Dead Star. Yeah, nice one. Good one there, Ozzy. Good one. Anyway, we pretty much won this 13-8. It was it was an okay match. Not that incredible. I mean, I got a lot of damage out of it. But the E100 and the Jagdpanzer E100s in the field, that was a really bad play by them. They really could have been a game changer in city. But, you know, they just decided that they're going to take their terrible maneuverability tanks over there and, you know, just let themselves be open to be sniped, and I don't know, I guess they thought that was okay. Anyway, a lot of people moving on cap. I'm not really thinking I'm going to get too much more damage out of this, but there is a TD left who killed Uber, and a Jagdtiger who hasn't apparently done anything. And Artie gets spotted. He nails the 50B for great justice, but then he gets killed by the 215B, but the Jagdtiger's still in the play. I could probably get 1 or 2 shots into him for a little bit more damage. Turn the corner, get a little bit hold down. There he is, and he is stock. That's a stock gun. Shooting right through the lower. He hits my gun, damages it. I don't repair it, I just aim sort of in the kind of area. Fire, doesn't matter. Still make the shot. And there we go. Now this wasn't like a totally amazing game, but I did nab 4k damage thanks to those last little bit of damage on the Jagdtiger, and just me spacing my shots, knowing the reload rates of the tanks I was facing and various other things, but let's go look at those in-game plates. As you can see here, it was a mastery badge and over 4k damage, 66,000 credits, a lot of XP for 2x that day. And as you can see here, we fought predominantly tier 10 machines, and basically what this game was all about was waiting for them to make mistakes like all the E100 types going into a field where they were really slow, out in the open for sniping, and the wasted shot from the 183, which let me just have 2 more shots into them. Jagdtiger not having the best shots, and it's just, capitalize on their mistakes so I can get top XP. Not top damage, of course, but, still top XP because I'm a tier 9 machine. And Uber, he got taken out way too early by Artie. I have no idea why they were focusing him. Maybe they were using XVM to snipe him, because that's kind of a big problem for both me and him when we're platooned up. We get an inordinate amount of artillery attention when we're like in lots of cover, like in a really bad space to get shot at, and there's like other heavies out in the open to hit. They'll still focus us for, when we just have to assume that they're using XVM or something to snipe us, but that's not relevant. Anyway, we got, lots of credits, tier 9. You can still make a lot of money. 12 shots, 11 direct hits, 9 pins. Not so bad, when you're fighting tier 2 machines. Not so much armor blocked, but, and we had a lot of player assistant damage because of our spotting for all the sniping action and various other factors. But yeah, it was just a really good game. And the Jagdtiger, really dependable machine. I cannot recommend this enough if you're really into German tanking attributes of high accuracy, okay speed, and DPM. I can just not recommend this enough. Alright guys, that's it for this replay.